Hello, welcome to day 2 of MADVENT. We got a toy for Rubel today, and it's just been set up, and it is automatic. I am very curious to see... Oh, wait. He's staring at it. You can't see him. But he's staring at it very intently. If it gets really loud, then I'm fully gonna just turn it off. But for now, I think it's... He's just staring. That's it. He's just staring at it. Yeah, so this will be the second hour of this 25-hour challenge. Very exciting. I've updated some of my stream stuff, so hopefully it'll be a bit smoother than yesterday, and it'll actually switch between the code and Godot without me having to constantly check that it's doing that. But you know, I'm pretty happy with it. And yeah, I'm not 100% sure like how far we're gonna get today. I have a bit of a general plan, which is to refine the stuff that we did yesterday, but also I want to try and implement the first feature, which is fairly well like researched. But yeah, I'm having second thoughts about I might try that tomorrow. I was curious, can I set the timer so that it's at like 1 hour? I do not think I can. This is live split, if anyone's ever used it. I should have probably started it. Well, that seems ridiculous though. Oh my god. Yeah, it doesn't seem to want to let me do that, so that's fine. We'll just do 1 hour little chunks. I just thought it would be nice for the footage. But yeah, it's just going to be a matter of starting it. I probably won't do a 50-minute preamble, but I'll let some people get in. Also let me know if you can't hear anything or if the noise is really annoying. Can see if I can move backwards a little bit and see if he's... You see him there? There he is. A little shape down there. I'm very interested. He's getting closer and closer. Oh boy. It's like I probably shouldn't have put so high up, because if he does chase after it, he's almost definitely going to fall. Oh, not too much background noise. That's great. Maybe I'm just hearing it outside the headphones. That could definitely be it. Oh, he's clambering up there. See if I can't illuminate him a bit. Anyway, we didn't come here for cat content. Oh, sorry. But should be fun. Okay. Let's move into Godot. So, hopefully you all saw what we did yesterday, but if you didn't, this is what we managed to do with just 1 hour's work. And before starting the timer, quickly show off what we did. I'll make sure that it's playing well. Is that... Oh. Okay. Oh, okay, good. Just making sure that people can see it. And this is what we got. We got some basic movement. It's relative to the camera, which is great. I want to add some debug. I'm actually not sure how to do a lot of Godot debug stuff. Like the lines and stuff. I'm sure there's simple draw array functions around. Also, it's very strange where when I move, like, yeah, it's... I think I know a few of the bugs already and how to fix them. So I'll probably, yeah, focus on that today. But again, very happy I managed to get this done in just an hour. So we're going to refine this. And I'm probably going to give myself maybe 30 minutes worth of refinement. Just add things. Maybe do... I mean, I don't really mind the infinite jumping, but we'll see. And then once those 30 minutes are up, I think we'll move on to try and implement our first feature. And again, so the idea I have is it's inspired by PlayStation Classic. It's very similar to said PlayStation Classic, but it does have a fun spin that I don't know if we'll get to. But for the most part, I'm going to be focusing on replicating mechanics from that. And if you want to guess what they are, please feel free. I'll probably reveal what they are in the next 2 or 3 sessions of this, because I feel like it'll get pretty obvious. But again, feel free to guess. Maybe we'll have a poll to see what people think is the most likely one. But okay, let's start off. And we'll get the timer ready. Okay, it's 5 minutes past. Start second session. Okay, so moving to the code. Now, what I need to do first is I need to have a global, similar to this jump press thing, private vector2 mouse movement equals vector2.0. And what we want to do is this input function might be called several times per frame. I think that's the reason. Wait. Apply force, drag coefficient. Where's the... Oh, it's in the camera follow. Then I need to move this. Already, first mistake. Yeah. Okay, so it's an amount there. And we've got the mouse motion. So I already got this. Perfect. So instead of it equals the mouse motion, if this is called multiple times per frame, then it will only take the last input. So what we want to do actually is plus, and it's going to take all of the mouse input that we've collected in that frame. And then when we consume the inputs, which should be here, mouse motion.x or mouse motion.y. So literally as soon as we've done this, mouse motion equals vector2. Oh, he is attacking. I don't know if you can see that. So vector2.0. Again, please let me know if that's annoying. Because right now it looks hilarious to me, but I also think you can't see it super well. But if my wonderful assistant could turn on the overhead light, we might be able to see better. I wasn't looking to anyone off screen. All right, 1 minute 40. So now I'm going to test out, see if this is... I'm also going to turn up the sensitivity of this by a little bit. A factor of 10. Okay. Let's... I don't know if you can see a little better. Oh, so when he hits it, it actually moves backwards. This is so fun. It costs about 25 quid. But I wanted something that him to play with when I wasn't around, because sometimes I have to leave him alone for long stretches of time. Okay, so we've got the code, and I've definitely got to move it down. Got the code, and then I want to see what this looks like. So. Come on, why aren't you building? It was a very slow build. What is this, Unity? Okay, so the X seems very whatever, but this seems a lot smoother. I think the first problem is that because the axes... Oh, I made one way smoother than the other, that's why. Okay, so that was probably a bit too smooth. 0.05 is probably good. I can't remember if up and down need to be half or double, but I guess we'll experiment a little bit. Got a little bit of time for experimentation. So 3 minutes in, already refining things, which is good. God, why is it taking forever to build? Am I doing something in the background? Okay, that's a lot better. I want to hide the cursor as well. Yeah, like when I move it a lot. Right, and then and then the sluggishness is because the camera is moving. So I don't want this. I want a different setup where the camera is a parent to another 3D node, and then the relative position of the camera is what changes. Okay, we can do that. So I'm gonna add a new node. Child node here. Node 3D. I'm going to call it camera parent. Oh, not that. Okay, and then what I want is for this to go... Oh wait, no, first I want to make sure this thing is... Oh, it's at the same position as the player. That's perfect. And the annoying thing is this does mean that the... we're going to make sure the position is... essentially what's happening is, like, I still want the position to be smooth, but the rotation is also what's moving the camera, and that doesn't quite work, because then, say if we really quickly switch to 180 degrees, the camera isn't going to travel. It's not going to rotate 180 degrees around the character or try and do that path. What it's going to do is it's going to actually move across. So essentially, we want the camera parent to just smoothly move around, and then the rotation is going to then not be smooth. It's going to be exact with the mouse. So camera parent, main thing. I guess we'll now make this a parent of here, and we'll give it a new export. So camera follow, export camera, and then export node 3D camera parent. Oh, he is a vicious animal. This is what I mean by if we don't give him attention, he will burn the house down. It's actually dead. Hang on, I'm just gonna fix this. Okay, that's enough of this. Oh, something's going wrong. Is that okay? All right. You know what? I actually made a specific screen for this exact thing. So I'm gonna pause the timer. We're gonna have to give rule attention. It's rule number 5. I will be back in just 10 seconds. Okay, and we are back. Sorry about that small little mishap. Rubal's now sitting pretty on the chair. We're getting back to it. So, gonna get to the timer. Unpause. Why won't it? Okay, there we go. Unpause. So, back to the code that we were having. We got the camera parent. And so now, where we set the position, this origin, this is now going to be the camera parent transform. And camera parent transform here as well. And then we don't, this offset stuff, we don't want anymore. This is now a local position. So instead, what we want is the camera parent dot basis. Can that be multiplied by a quaternion? I believe it can. Oh, it cannot. Why does it not like that? Rotated. Vector 3 axis. Introduce an additional rotation around a given axis in radians. The axis must be a normalized vector. That seems pretty good. Oh, wait, let me guess, it returns it? Yes, it does. Okay, so it needs to equal camera parent dot basis. Basis is the rotation system in Godot, if you did not know. Okay, that seems fine. So rotate it that way, and then rotate it this way. Yeah, and that should be fine. So the camera moves, and the parent moves, and the camera has a fixed local position. We don't have to worry about offsets anymore. We can just get rid, oh, we already did get rid of the variable, alerts based on delta. I think that is actually fine. I think everything's good. Oh, and the camera doesn't need to look at the camera's always going to be looking at the target now, so don't have to worry about that either. That's perfect. Okay, cool. Let's see how that works. A little worried, but only a little. The camera is attached to there. It is that. And then the node just needs... Did I not export it? Or do I need to build it first? I think I need to build it first. So we got to build. Boop. Yeah, there's a Rubble. Okay. Oh, and then assign. I'm going to assign the camera parent. Let's see how this goes. Ooh. Okay, we got something really wacky. I do not know why it's doing that. That's so weird. Let's have a figure out. So you're there. Main camera's here. This is working fine. It's very strange When this moves, I assume the camera moves? Yeah, that's fine. Node's got it the right way around. The camera parent's like that. Make the basis. Should be okay. Can see the origin, camera transform. Target position is fine. And that should just be where it is. Damn. Like transform the basis maybe? I'm wanting, oh. I can rotate the entire thing. That could be it. Okay, let's try that. Let's do character transform. We're worried about the basis for now then. Transform. It seems to move really slow. Something's... Yeah, spinning like this? Is it like an... Oh man. Maybe origin is not what we want. This is so weird. So the refinement's going well. We've broken it. Camera parent.transform. Right, this rotated thing could be wrong. Local, let's see, it says local space. Okay. So, yeah. To local. Rotate object local, that could be it. Okay, let's try this first. That's clearly the problem here. Okay, this is still decent. Oh, the camera. Oh, that definitely could be part of it. That needs to change. Okay, cool. Back to it. Yeah, there are still fireworks going off. I thought firework night was yesterday. Okay, little somehow weirder. That's fine. What happens when I move around? Still very strange. Okay, so a good thing to check now is pausing this, going to remote. This is the scene that's created when we create the whatever. So the camera parent. Wait, what? Oh, we can't see it. Okay, cool. So if we look at the player, we'll look at its transform. -7, -1, 6. Camera parent should be in the right place. It's not. That's weird. -7, -1, 6. That's really off. That origin might not be doing the thing I wanted to do. Okay. The main camera is still sort of perfect position. There's no problem there. The rotation is very strange. But I'm curious if that rotation hasn't changed at all. I think that the origin is actually acting very strange, so we need to quickly look into what's going on there. Maybe the transform is not... Oh. don't have an origin. It's weird. Nodes own transform. So what I don't understand is why this worked before, and now it's giving us a complete different answer. Also, what is your deal? Alright. Cam pause. Oh, that's exactly the problem. Okay, very simple mistake. Oh, that cost a lot of time. That's okay. And then yeah, rotate object local, I don't know about that. We just need rotate, really. And then I think we want to prevent things. So we do camera parent dot transform dot author normalized. I'm pretty sure that returns. Yeah, so we want this. Since we're editing it every turn, that should fix the problem. He said very confidently, potentially wrong. I don't know why it's taking so long to build. It was not doing that yesterday. Okay, this is a lot better. The up and down axis are reversed, but this is way smoother and okay. Oh my word. Oh my word. Okay. We're still getting a problem. It might be to do with the camera. I think that the we're getting is in local position. So we need to base it off of the camera parent, I think. Yeah. So it still thinks that the camera is pointed. Wait. Does that, but then when I flip over this way. No, okay, it does it both ways. We also could limit it. That seems like overkill at this point. But yeah, this is now minus. It's also a little too sensitive, so I'm gonna bring this down to 3 on both counts. Yeah, say in the comments if you think that one of these should be double the other, because I can't remember. But that worked well, and then we need to take from the player movement script the forward force, this bad boy. I guess we could just put a different camera thing in. That should just work without pause. Yes. So let's get to it. Go play movement instead of the camera. Oh, nuts. I guess there's no way I can do global. Global transform. I guess that's better because we might mess around with the camera a lot more, and it'd be good to have to still focus on the camera. Okay, that seems good. Let's give it a go. Build it. So has anyone been playing Alan Wake 2? Because I've been playing an unbelievable amount of it. Oh, wait. All right, I want to look that way. Okay, so that's reversed, but I want to look down. Okay, no, so both of them need to be reversed. Okay, it's not going out of sync, which is good. What is rotating weird? Not quite the way you expect it. I think that part of that's fine. Oh my word. Okay. Next part is coefficient. Can follow. This also needs to be negative. But yeah, no, Alan Wake 2, not gonna lie, might be one of my favorite games of the past decade. I highly recommend it. I also highly recommend the first game because I really enjoyed that. But I think you can play it without it. I think if you enjoy Control, it's same people and it's fairly linked. Camera parent, transform, origin. Okay. Right, so the next thing is that works, that works. Again, a little bit too sensitive though. A little bit too sensitive. Maybe go back to 1. Maybe 1 was working for us. Right, there's a thing I want to add now, which is so if Erdo actually told me how to cast these before. I actually can't remember how I did it. Input event mouse. Is it just mouse? How to return it and consume this. Okay. What I want is to cast it. Input. Come on. Input event mouse. Event. And then I'll brackets this. Alt pressed. Not what I want. No, it's gonna do the whole thing. Scroll is what I want. No. Okay. How? Godot scroll wheel input. How do you get the input from the mouse? It's mouse button. Of course, it's mouse button because every engine has a very strange way of doing it. But understandable. I'm literally just gonna copy this code. Which I never actually set in the rules if I could do it or not. But I think when it's like something like this, it's really simple. Oh, and then they cast it like this as well. That's mad. Anyway, it doesn't come properly formatted, so who cares? Okay, cast it if it is pressed, and if it's wheel up. What's the button list that we're talking about here, though? You seem to not know what that is. It does not exist in its current context. Well, we'll see if it compiles, I guess. Actually curious about that. Yeah, let's let it print. And see if it builds. I have a feeling today, but this does not exist in the context. Must be a early Godot version thing. How to get mouse wheel button index. I'm sure they've just changed things around. Mouse button. Oh, okay. Is this an enum? Perfect. Oh, but enums are really weird. Mouse button wheel up. Let's try that. Mouse. Oh, looks like it's there. Dot. Wheel up. Wheel left. The things that people have on their on their whatever. Button index. Is it not even equal? Oh, you know what? It's probably not even button index now. It's probably just mouse button. Button. Oh, okay, no, it's just button index, but I don't need to cast it to an int. That's why. Okay, cool. And then we need a delta. Oh, it's right here, I guess. Camera distance. I can just do that. Camera distance. See, I love when I set things up for myself. +1, 0. Oh, yeah. No, I actually want to decrease the 0. That. What's this? Oh my days. Like, make up your mind. Camera distance plus equals 0.0. That seems like a lot. I'm actually gonna make this. I should make these public variables, but I really am trying to get this done as quickly as possible. I've got 5 minutes left to refine this. Setting myself goals like this is probably a good thing in the long run. And I guess maybe I'll try and dedicate the first 15 minutes to everything, just a refinement from what we've done before. But I do need to get a move on with these features because this is not a game yet. This is a very base level. And I want to get these features in. I want to try and sort of start making the game. Nothing happens with the distance, of course. Okay, we have the camera position. Parent does not equal null. Okay, so you're like this, and then yeah. Okay, I'm gonna call this camp PT, I guess. Oh, you're not gonna? Oh, it's camp T. Okay, and then we'll do a new one. Transform 3D cam T equals camera dot transform. And then again, camera dot transform equals cam T. Of course I misspelled that. Okay, and then we can do whatever we want here. Specifically, we want to go to the origin, and we want to look at the z.z. And we basically want to do again. We want to do a math.lub here. Oh, there's no lub. Oh, I guess we just okay, fine. Camera origin equals cam t dot origin dot lerp, and we'll lerp it between all right, well, we're lerping it between the current origin and then a new vector. We don't want anything in the x or y, but then the z is going to be our camera distance, and again it's going to move in a float delta. Probably just make it the same sensitivity so it's consistent movement. Oh, this needs to be that and that. Oh, vector 3. That's fine. Okay, I'm fun. What's the matter? Vector 3 isn't the biggest. It did it again. It added the system numerics. I need to figure out how to turn that off in between streams. Okay, camera origin. This should be the last thing I wanted to add for today in terms of the movement and the refinement. So now I can move it around. It's a little bit less sensitive. Probably get up that a bit. And if I scroll in and out, nothing happens. Nice. Why does nothing happen? What did I mess up? Could be something to do with this. Didn't think it would be. I guess it could be processing. Doesn't make a lot of sense. Camera distance is set. It changes. Plus equals. The button index could be like that. Really, that should be a switch statement, but that's fine. Why pressed? That seems wrong. And then we'll have to give up on this for today and look up later. But the origin obviously has to change. Has to change like that. Camera distance. Oh, what am I missing? 3. Be a minus. So what's the current local position of the camera? So you can see it here in the transform. No, it is. It's the distance. I guess let's move this out here and see if it actually does move, and then we'll know at least if the scroll wheel is the thing it's not picking up. It is. Okay, it's the scroll wheel. Yeah, I'm moving it and I don't see anything changing. But I guess I can quickly pause it, look at the remote, and then see if the camera. Oh, I'm realizing I might not be able to see it because it's not exported. That sucks. This is something that debugging tools would be really helpful with. Oh, hang on, I'm going to members. Camera distance is 10. Okay, so it's not actually picking up any difference. That's interesting. That is very interesting. I'm just going to have to move on from this, I think, because this is clearly something here is wrong. And I'm coming up to 30 minutes. So we're going to work on adding our first feature, which is fine. I'm just going to, again, do the basics, refine, get it to work. So let's get a move on. And maybe we'll figure out why that's happening again. I guess I'll keep this around here. So first feature, we're going to start very easy. We're going to start incredibly, unbelievably easy. So let's put these all up. We want a new object. We want this bad boy to be, I guess for now, yeah, no 3D. And I'm going to call it sphere. All right, yeah, just call it something else. Okay. I'm going to put it over here and up. Now, it needs several things. It needs a rigid body. Oh, a static body, actually. Static body 3D. And we give that a sphere. Oh, no, a shape. Collision shape. Here we go. And you need to be a new sphere shape. And we're going to make you kind of big. Maybe like that. That seems pretty decent. And I'll round that out to a nice big number. 2. Perfect. Maybe make it a bit bigger. Make it 3. Okay. Now we want to be able to see you. So we need a mesh instance. And inside the mesh instance, new mesh. New sphere mesh. Cool. Oh, brilliant. Did you not? I moved you, didn't I? What? Oh, I moved you. That makes sense. Okay. Let's not move anything then until we're ready to start moving. Okay, and then the mesh also needs, I think I can set the radius to 3. I don't know why it's doing that. Radius? Oh, height. Right. Huh? That seems radio segments, rings. What is... Why is it a blob? That doesn't even make sense. I mean, I think it is the right radius, but yeah, I guess this needs to be... Oh, is that a half height? There we go. That's weird. I don't know why I would do that, but okay. There's our sphere, and we'll move it up a little bit. Yeah, here we go. Cool. Okay, so now, just gonna call this body, sphere shape, sphere mesh. Okay, now I'm adding an area. Area 3D. It'll also need a collision thing. Just gonna copy this. But the difference is this sphere shape will need to be actually considerably larger. I'm thinking, yeah, 5 will be good. Doesn't have to be round numbers, just what I want to work with for now. Transform, visibility, process. Can I add? Node. It does have signals. Child entered tree, child exiting tree, tree entered. These are basic node things. It doesn't have anything. Oh, is it here? Aha. Yes, area entered. Perfect. That is exactly what we want. Emitted when the received area enters this area. Oh, so we actually want body entered. I see. Perfect. Can be a physics body 3D or a grid map. That is exactly what we want. So I'm not gonna tell you what I'm doing. I'm not gonna tell you what I'm doing until I've done it. So now we just want a regular node, and this node's gonna be our force handler. So yeah, now I'm naming things ambiguously. Create a new script. C# force handler.cs. Perfect. Let me start it off. Can everybody see this? Still showing. Perfect. So, and that. Okay, and then we want to know. We want to know when a body enters. So we go here. Oh, area 3D. Go to node, and yeah, we look at these signals. Signals are basically just like events that happen because of nodes. So we want to know where body entered and where body exited. And I want to add the force handler. Does it just write the code for me? I don't think it does. That's such a rip. On area 3D body entered. Is that actually? Oh, this is when I'm gonna find out the Godot doesn't support this. Oh, hang on, something was in the output. Okay, that doesn't seem so bad. I'm like, is this not gonna work? Maybe I need to make it so public void on. I think it's on body overlap. You know what? It's probably an override. Or it could be an underscore. Oh boy. Okay, things happen when I do underscore. On body. No, you don't want to do that. On body overlap. Oh, not overlap. Enter. Back to Godot. What do you say? On area 3D body entered. Well, I guess we'll try that. And then it's given physics body 3D body as its whatever. And no suitable method found to override. So it's not an override. Could be a void. I guess we should print it. Ooh. Print. Oh no, wait, it's gd dot print body dot name. Okay, now we're just gonna see if this works. Very curious. Oh, weird that that's the area is physical, but it is playing it. Okay, that's good. That's a very good start. But yeah, is there a thing here that allows me to monitorable? That's perfect. Gravity space override. Huh. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's like low-key what I was planning on doing, but I think I'm not going to be able to rely on Godot's sister for this. Collision, perfect. No collision, maybe. Will that just solve it? I didn't really want. Oh, I see. It is a collision object. That's strange. I was told that this was the equivalent of a trigger in Unity. But I'm not wondering if I got misinformation. Yes, he's colliding. That's weird. That's very strange. Is there a different area? It's one that's like collision object. No, doesn't seem to be. That's so weird. Monitorable. Detect this area. Detect bodies. Priority space override. I'm not thinking the collision. That's not right. Maybe it's that this sphere mesh is. Well, this body is. Oh, they're using the same shape. Bruh. Okay, that's perfect. That's perfect because I copied this over. So actually, I want a new sphere shape. Can I name it something? I guess not. Yep, and then that's going to be 5. And I have to go back to this one and name this 3. Okay, so I was right. It is the equivalent. So now there's 2. There's the one they're actually colliding with, and then there's the area that we're entering. That's perfect. So now, when I enter it, it should just give me the name. Probably once. I don't know if you can see it in the bottom, but yeah, perfect. Okay, great. This is exactly what I want. So, we got the name. I'll make sure I got exited as well, and we'll do that. Okay, ready. So, in movement, what we want is we want a list of vectors, a public list for now. Yes, but not exported. So public list vector3 forces. And really quickly, well, first of all, when we're ready, we're going to do forces equals new list of vector3s. Oh, come on. It's good to initialize lists as start. Okay, and then we're going to mess with our body. So we have the player. So if forces.empty, see, it's like, oh, now I have to do .count equals 0. Then body dot, come on, player, sorry. Gravity scale equals is it? Oh, it's a float. Okay, perfect. Equals 0f else player dot gravity scale equals 1f. I've just realized it needs to be the other way around. When we've got no force acting on it, we want gravity. And when we've got other forces acting on it, we don't want gravity. Then we need to be able to get this player movement script here. That's going to be easier said than done. So we need to get a node. We need to do body.getChild. I don't think this casting is going to work, but player movement. What's the argument? Okay. I kind of don't want to use index, but I actually might just for now because it'll be easier. And I'm sure it's zero indexed, so 2. Is that actually just going to work? Does it understand that this is a script? I thought that there was a whole bunch of hullabaloo. But I guess we should just try and GD print the name of this and then see if that creates a whole bunch of other things. I guess because theoretically this is extending, right? It knows that this is extended. That's, you know, that's good. And I'm also going to do on exit as well. So I'm going to add the connection that we want. Body exited. Going to add it to our force handler. Well, yeah, it's there, so I don't know why you switched to that, but that's fine. Let's start. Oh. And what? Player movement. It works. Perfect. Oh, see, and sometimes Godot can surprise you. There was something in the errors in the debugger though. Native calls index 2 is out of bounds. That's weird. Entered object reference not set to an instance of an object. But it did work. Only happened once? That's weird. But no 3D. Oh. Both of these are no 3Ds. Really? Oh. One sec. So strange. Okay, we'll make this no 3D then. I mean, the child should be there. Let's just give it one more go. I mean, it was doing it right. I don't like errors. There's no errors right now. Oh, there's errors now. So this native call must have been something. Oh, you know what? It's probably this body. Okay, that's actually fine. Yeah, we need to figure out how to make it so that. Right. Yes. So we need to add a couple checks. So if body dot child count, get child count, it's fine, is more than or equal to 2, in this case 3. Actually no, we'll do a, there's 2 ways. Everyone has a different idea of how to do it in video games, but I prefer this method. I think return, I'll do that, so that way that one will be out of index, and then I'll do a player movement player, I guess PM equals body got child. This is a reference. Okay, and then I guess if PM does not equal null, you just gotta make sure, you know, you're error checking all over the place, which is hilarious because I'm meant to be speedrunning, but speedrunning is no excuse for buggy code, even though it kind of is. Oh, I have to sneeze. Is that gonna be awful? Oh no, sneeze my way. Perfect. So now when we enter the body, it's literally just, we need to add, ooh, okay. We need to not add forces. We need to add positions. That's fine. I figured that out before it became a problem. Forces, force positions. Oh, that's going to be a problem. There's going to be a problem later on. Right now, I just care about the spheres, so I'm going to work off that. Yeah, that's not the end of the world, but there definitely needs to, this is probably going to have to be a dictionary, which sucks, but is not the end of the world, and won't be, if it's a dictionary, it won't be too performance intensive. So yeah, for now we're just going to do it very basic. So PM dots force positions. Oh, that needs to be a plural because I hate that. Oh, and then this needs to be force positions, and this needs to be force positions. Okay, so once that's entered, PM force position dot, oh, plural, dot add, and then we're gonna add the right, it needs to know its parent. Last time we tried that, didn't go so great. Parent node of the current node. Okay, we'll try this. Dot transform dot origin. Why is that not? Oh, I see. Oh, well then I guess node 3D. I mean, that should almost definitely work, I see. I think. So adds that. And then it removes it, even though it doesn't know it's there. That's fun. I mean, what are the criteria for remove? Can it just remove a given vector 3? It can. Well, then I guess theoretically, I mean, if this is a move, which obviously it will, but we'll figure it out. Yeah, so my plan system kind of flaws when it came to implementation, but that is okay because, again, I just need a basic something. So that's what we're going to do. So, player movement, gravity scale is 0, okay? And then also if it's not, then we want to start applying a force. So I'm gonna do a vector 3 average force, which equals vector 3 dot 0. Now for each vector 3 force position in force positions, we want to create the difference. So vector 3 direction yeah, we want to get direction first. So direction equals force position minus minus the current position of the player. So player.transform.origin. And then we need to normalize this. Dot normalized. That's a function. Okay, and then literally just average force plus equals direction, and then average force dot, oh no, I can't do a component multiply, can I? I guess times equals, yeah, and then we'll do 1 divided by 1f divided by force positions dot counts. This gives us the average force or the average direction of the force that we want to apply, and then we literally just do player apply force. And it's going to be the average force times some arbitrary thing. I guess gravity is 9, but I don't actually want gravity in this sense, so I'm going to go for twice as strong as gravity, around about 20F. And then we're applying these forces. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. Yeah, we only want to flatten this at that point if force positions dot count is equal to 0. Fill tab. Okay, 10 minutes on the clock, and I'm really hoping that this just works. That would be really cool if it just worked. Okay. All right, and there we go. Hello. Okay, so it's not perfect, but it's so. For those of you who like fans of my channel, oh nuts! I need to really get this locked. But I did a video ages ago that was about a climbing system, okay, and I really like that video, and that video is still valid, but I did think of a better way to do a climbing system. Oh right, I need to go climbing and add shift. I'm gonna have another probable climbing equals false, and then these are a lot of statements. God. Oh, is actions valid? Yeah, it is. Climbing equals oh, I guess I just do climbing is equal to that action. So we just want to know if it's down or not. But yeah, so the way that system works is by essentially it's kind of hard to explain, but it does a lot of raycast. You know, I'm gonna talk about that in the preamble because I want to get this done. But yeah, and then it's gonna only do these things if and not climbing, and then also here and not climbing. Some people prefer climbing equals false. I'm not in that camp, but that's fine. I do understand the problem with it, but okay, and now hopefully when I go near this, something's still happening. That's weird. Oh my word. That was strange. Oh, there's a big debugger as well. Errors. But Set, yeah, well, okay, so something goes really wrong there. Or is it or not climbing? Right. Right, yes. Sorry, that was an easy mistake to make. Well, I guess it was remarkably simple that I should have seen past. Okay, so now you can see I'm not doing anything, but if I go close to it and I press shift, I'm now... Okay, well, that's fine. Oh, that's weird. Huh? Another input consumes it? That's weird. Very strange. Okay, I'm going to try and spend the last 5 minutes figuring this out. But essentially, this is just a much simplified version of it that allows me to work with... It will only really work with basic shapes, and I'll need to sort of move around. Right now, it only works with spheres. But it's basically a way to really easily sort of determine what is climbing, what isn't, and get a player to sort of move around in a climbing space without having to do a bunch of really complicated raycasting. And I assume that other sort of climbing systems have employed this because there are definitely some climbing systems I can think of that I'm like, oh, this makes sense for this. But hilariously, I got the idea from Super Mario Galaxy because the way that this does it with the sort of basic shapes to figure out gravity zones is I was like, oh, well, if you applied that to a climbing system, that is how that would work. So average force gravity scale, why does it do the thing that it does? Does this consume an input? That doesn't make a lot of sense because I was definitely moving, climbing. It doesn't lose out of this thing. Yeah, so no matter, so if it's 0 or we're not climbing. So if we are climbing, yeah, if we are climbing, then that's false. And if the position's wrong, that's also false. So I guess climbing must be set to 0 or false, sorry, when another action is consumed. That makes no sense. Oh, it's if... Oh, no. Okay, that's fine. I see. Oh, it's just if it matches it. Oh. Okay. Well, then I guess... yeah, that's fine. We'll just do... if it is this action... and then we'll do climbing is equal to, yeah, so I guess another action would remove the input. That's fine. That's fine. Event.isAction. Wait, is action pressed? Okay. Pressed. Climbing. Okay. And then, oh, I wonder, you know, not important, not important. We don't have enough time. Oh, of course you have to build. I knew there was an error. Okay. So a little bit less proud of the progress we made today. I'm okay with it, but yeah, so that doesn't work now. But when I hold shift, okay, cool, and now we've got climbing. So obviously I can like speed off and I can actually like launch myself away from it. So it's not, right now it is much closer to Mario Galaxy, which is not what I want. But I can make that force a lot stronger and I can sort of reduce the amount of thing. Also, I want to make the input system. The reason why I had the method that allows me to change the axis is that I want to have it based off the normal of the surface you're currently walking on. And I don't think that's going to be possible. So maybe in the last 2 minutes I'll figure out how to lock this. That seems not very interesting, but how to lock the mouse cursor. Godot. Always got to have Google handy. I don't want to hide it. Lock cursor on screen. Here we go. Right somewhere. Input set mouse mode. Is it literally just that? Okay. I mean, this isn't, oh, this isn't C#, but we'll give it a go. Also, it could be, God knows. Here we go, ready. Well, that didn't work, but maybe it's input set mouse mode? Custom mouse cursor? God, no. Mouse, oh, mouse mode equals input dot mouse mode enum dot captured and hidden, maybe? Makes the mouse mode hidden if it is visible. Confined hidden. Oh, okay, if I just make it captured, then it will be, okay, cool. Okay. And then very quickly, oh my days, at the end, in the last 30 seconds. Come on. Okay, yeah, there we go. There we go. So yeah, like I want the input to be based off of the normal, so there's a much smoother climbing experience. But right now, like, this is pretty solid. I'm happy with this. I'm happy we got this done. The camera work is obviously a lot more refined, and that comes to the end of our hour as we fall off into space. Some things visually I think could be. Oh no, can I not? Okay, I need to get the escape button also to do that. That's fine. I'm less happy than I was yesterday about the progress, but I'm still happy that we got a feature in. And really what I need to do now is just, so more complicated shapes, the positions, they will work, but they're going to have to be calculated every frame, which makes it a little bit more harder. So it might be that I create a struct that then allows us to define whether something is a sphere or a capsule or a cuboid. Those are probably going to be the three that I need for this game idea. And then it's literally going to just store that information and the position. Oh no, it will store a reference to their objects, and then the player handler, or maybe some other node. I could see another node working for it, because I feel like there's going to be a lot of code there, and I'd rather split that off. So I'll make another node for that. There'll be sort of gravity climbing handler, whatever, and then that will then incorporate the information. It will see where the current positions of those things are. It will calculate where the player is in local space. The main reason why I don't just say, oh, find all these objects and find thing is like, efficiency is exactly what I'm looking for. I'm looking to write efficient code quickly. So the main thing I'm looking for is to try and reduce overhead, and having a thing like this trigger here where it can just easily be like, oh, okay, you're within the confines of what we consider climbing, or you're not. And I probably might make it smaller. And I'm also going to automate the system, so I'm probably going to use, it's probably going to generate it based off of the mesh data that it has. And then I guess hook up the signals automatically. Don't know if you can do that, but that's something for a bit later down the line. Yeah. This one's been a bit more humbling in that I'm like, okay, so it is going to be complex to get these features in an hour, because that one flew by way faster than yesterday. But that's okay. I'm gonna focus. I'm gonna do a bit more research this time around. So next time I'll have a bit closer of a plan. But I'm pretty happy with that we got it done. And I don't know why the scroll wheel don't work, but that's gonna be something I research in my own time in between, and then I'll fix first thing next stream. So I'll probably do another 15 minutes of refinement. But most of next time we'll probably be getting this. I probably won't even make it 15 minutes. I'll probably make it 10 minutes. But most of next time is going to just be straight implement this feature and getting it to a workable state. And then, if we've got a working state 3 out of 25 hours in, that's good. And I'm happy with that. So, well, actually, I'll switch it back to the thing. Thank you for being a lovely audience. I wish... Oh! Oh, man. People... So I had the chat up on my phone. Didn't see any of the your lovely comments. But well, thank you anyway. And hey, Erdl. The silent return is my preference as well. Yeah, no, the height probably does need to be twice. I think. Probably. Oh wait, you were probably talking about the sphere. That makes sense. Oh, and you want to play the first? Yeah, the first Alan Wake. It is interesting because I played that as a child. I was only 12 years old when it came out, and I played it at like 10 FPS on a laptop, but it was so good, and it did scare the bejesus out of me. And this game is so much scarier, like to the nth degree. But at the same time, I still don't play horror games. I love horror games. I can't play them, like ones that are genuinely out to completely and utterly scare you. But I love a Resident Evil. I've gone really into Resident Evil in that time, and some other survival horror types. So I'm genuinely like, I'm now like Resident Evil 7, Resident Evil 8. That was really hard for me to get through, but I did. And so that like idea of like, oh, I can build up myself and I can defend myself actually has helped me get better. And I feel like Alan Wake 2 is a lot scarier than the first one, because the first one really is just like, it's about managing enemies, but for the most part there's no jump scares, there's none of that, and there's not even that many like horror set pieces. This time around, definitely horror set pieces, definitely jump scares, although they're not as bad as I've heard some people say they are. They're very much, you can easily expect them. You get very used to them. They're not like massive jump scares, they're like little blips. But yeah, the actual like horror set pieces are really there, but like your ability to defend yourself and just like the way like I really enjoy the characters, it's great. I highly recommend it. If you have a PC, you do need a very good PC to play it because of the way graphics cards work and the things they're using, which sucks, but I think that's just the nature of a lot of when you have a deal with NVIDIA and all that. Like, I mean, I don't know the actual business behind it, but you know, that does suck for PC players for sure. I'm very much enjoying it. Yeah, no, that's the thing. I agree that like jump scares suck in horror stuff. I don't think Alan Wake 2's jump scares are not meant to scare you. You're meant to get used to them, and they're meant to become part of the ambiance. They're definitely not. They're not even like that loud. They're just kind of surprising, especially like the first time. But for the most part, it's just to like add to the tension, which is good because the tension is so masterfully crafted. But I would argue like the purpose is not to scare, which is weird because they are jump scares. But yeah, it's a weird one. Anyway, sorry, talking about Alan Wake 2 a bit too much. I will see you all tomorrow for the day 3 of this. But again, happy with progress. I do want to do a bit better tomorrow though, so we'll see how tomorrow goes.